Good morning, students. This is Harshal teacher from St. Thomas Bethany Convent School, and today we are going to learn the new poem that is The Road Not Taken. This poem is written by Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost is a full name of this poet. He is born in San Francisco, California on March 26, 1874. He was an American poet. He is highly regarded for his realistic depictions of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech. A popular and oft quoted poet, Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime, receiving for Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. So, he is a well known poet. So, what is the central idea behind this poem? I would like to say that The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost is a well known poem about the journey of life because it is more than the poem about someone trying to decide which road he or she is going to take on a stroll through the woods. Woods means a jungle, a forest. The two roads diverge in a yellow wood symbolize a person's life where he has two options or two choices and both of which look attractive. The narrator's choice about which road to take represent the different decisions we sometimes have to make and how those decisions will affect the future. Because every time even we are also has a two choice in front of us, we have to choose one, and so far we are looking that time we realize that the maybe I can choose one road only because it is not possible to choose two road at a time, two path at a time. So in this poem also the narrator choice about which road to take the future. The narrator chooses to take the less traveled road through. At times, he expresses his desire to go back to the more traveled road. The road choice, less opted for by others, definitely gets him more success in life. This shows that when we choose an option which is not chosen by many, we become more successful in life as it makes us unique or different from others. This poem is related to everyone's lives. We could not say that we don't have any choice, we just had one choice and go ahead. So it is not possible for us. Maybe there are more than two choices and we have to choose one only in our life for the future. So this poem is related to everyone's lives. Now we will see the first stanza of the poem. So first stanza of the poem is two roads diverge in a yellow wood. Diverge means divide. Yellow wood means the forest. So diverge means separated or divide in the wood. Wood means forest. I'm sorry I could not travel both. And definitely, which I have already told, that poet cannot travel with the both road. And be one traveler long I stood, and I would be a one traveler from one road, and look down one as far as I could, and I looked down a one road as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, and wherever I could see till it is bent. Bent means turn. Undergrowth means in wild bushes growing under the taller trees in the forest. Undergrowth means down towards the forest or little slope or side of the forest. So, if I will see the meaning of this first stanza. So, in a forest where the leaves and trees had turned yellow, the poet finds two roads going in two different directions. The poet felt sorry that he had to choose over one of them as it was not possible to take both paths. He pondered, looked over his option for a long time. He looks down a path as far as possible till it was bent, till it was turned with the vegetation. It was turned, it was disappear in the vegetation. So now we will see the second stanza. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was a grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. Fair means favorable. Fair means favorable here. Perhaps means possibly, maybe, and wear means here not a wearing, actually it is a usage. And about the same means equally the roads are looking same. So in this stanza the poet is talking about the uncertainty even after the choice is made, and in the first stanza is the contemplations over choice of the road. So then he took the other path. The poet chose this road to be equally good as the other one. So this road is equally good. What is the other? But he is doubtful and feels that it is perhaps preferable, as it seems like it hadn't been walked upon very much. Means it is not too much used by the people very much. It was still grassy and didn't look worn down. And it is long, it is grassy. See, means whenever we are traveling with the road, we can see if it is a muddy road and so many people are travel from that road, the grass could not be grow. But on the other side, both of the side of the path, the grasses are growing. Means it was because of the footstep, the grass could not grow. But in the other side, if the road is not too much used, the grass is growing. So like that, the one grass is grown over there. Yet the poet feels that the people passing along it had worn it equally as the other. Maybe the both the roads are usually using for the traveling. So in this way, poet choose one road. Then we will see the third stanza. And both that morning equally lie. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, they doubted if I should ever come back. Means in this road, if I choose one, then lie means pose or appear, that and trodden means crushed, then sigh a deep breath of relief. After choosing the road, he took a deep breath of relief. And this road is he have chosen. So this poem is this stanza is unrealistic desire to be able to take the other road someday. So I that desire, that what we can say, that crazy want, that crazy he's having inside, that I could choose the other road also at the same time. That morning, both paths were covered with the leaves, with a heavy human step crushing them to black. And all the yellow leaves are dropping down on the ground, and so many human steps and heavy human steps are crushing them to black. The poet hopes that he could take the first road some other time, and he thinks that I could take the first road some other time. Though he knows that one road leads to another further away, and that it is highly doubtful if he could ever come back. And he know that the one road leads to another further away, and that it is highly doubted if any could ever come back from the one road, and so that he have to choose one road only. Now the fourth stanza we will see. I shall be trailing this with a sigh. Sigh means what we can say, the sad thing. Sigh means the sadliness, a deep breath of a relief, that is sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence. Ages and ages means long ago. Two roads diverged in a wood and I. and these two roads maybe diverge in a wood and I took one less traveled by. And which road is chosen by a poet? The one less traveled road. The people are not used that road too much for traveling, and that has made all the difference. And because of that, this had made one difference, because the poet transports himself to the future when he will, stating with a reflective sigh. Sigh means a relief, that he was once in a forest where two roads diverge. He selected the road which was less frequently used, and it has made an important difference to his life. So because of that less travel load he have used, and he become a successful poet. So like this only, when you will pass your 10th standard, you have so many options in front of you, and that time you have to think about each and every options quietly, and your ability, your success, everything you have to think, and your future plan also. Maybe so many students are choosing the road to going for the science side, some go for the arts, some go for the commerce side, some will choose any another diploma like that. But whatever you are choosing, it could be unique, it could be satisfied for you only, because once you choose the road you cannot come back, and if you come back you have to lose your so many years, and so that because of that year, your vestige of years and education. And because of that, in front of you there are so many faculty to choose, and in that faculty you have to choose again some specialization, and after that you will achieve your success, your future. And that time definitely you will remember that there are so many options, and which road should I take, which path should I choose for my future. And this poem is regarding that only. It is doesn't like that. So the poet is standing in front of the forest and choosing any one road from the yellow forest, but it is like that. So in front of your, after your education, or in after your 10th standard, there are so many options of career option, and you have to choose only one option from that, and you can make your career, you can make your future by deciding that. But in that time there are so many paths which are choose by so many people, and after that only you could achieve your goal. You could, by choosing the correct path, by choosing the correct road, you could achieve your goal, you could achieve your future, you could be successful in your life. And because of that only, this poem is very important in kind of your future, in kind of your future generation. So the meaning in of this poem, if we'll see that, if we look at the literal meaning of the poem, we find a traveler who'd stand in the woods considering a fork in the road. He is unable to decide on which road to take, but finally chooses to take the one that seemed less traveled by. And the figurative theme of the poem is the crucial nature of the choice people must make on the road of life. And the poet, through the traveler, speak of the basic problem of making the right choice when there are many alternatives available, but we have to select one. And it is only the future that we reveal whether the decision is wrong or not. After taking a decision, we cannot undo them, we cannot do it again, and there is no going back in time. Later on, one may only imagine what could have happened if he made a different choice, and what his life would have been like. And if we'll talk about the tone of the poem is serious and reflective. It discusses the choices that a person right approaches, and selecting the correct path and making the correct bold decision and correct decision in his or her life. So this is the tone of the poem. This poem is quite symbolized. This poem has used in so many figures of speech, like inversion, explanation, personification, antithesis, metaphor, consequence, consonance, assonance, and repetition also. That we will see in our next session. I hope all of you have understood this poem, and this poem is really relating to any individual life for choosing the correct path for the future. I hope everybody have understood the poem. Thank you very much.